like how your sweater makes you look like Captain Kirk.
Oh, that's because I am. I am Kevin.
I mean, with your moon phases behind you.
Honestly, it's a very comfy sweater. It's very
Looks like it breathes well.
It's like knit. It's like a knit wool sweater. Lauren got it for me a couple weeks ago, and I swear to God, I have worn it a fair amount of times since she bought it. It's like the comfiest sweater I own right now.
Did you not wash it and then just put it on right away?
No, I washed it because I was like, you never really know, right? You never know what people did with it in the factory.
What does that imply?
I don't know. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know. Like,
you don't know what people do with these things. You know, they just like snuggle it at night or sleep with it with other people.
Yeah. Like, oh, someone bought this sweater finally. I guess I better put the tag back on and put it in a box. No, like some clothes, they spray it with that silver. What the heck is it? Socks and underwear. They do this a lot. They'll spray it with this like moisture wicking material, like stuff. It's like aluminum or silver oxide. I gotta look up what it is, but potentially if you don't wash your clothes immediately, you still have some of that powder on there, and you can like absorb it in your skin. And sure, he's out. Great.
You mean like that little pack they put in the beef jerky bags?
Like a silica packet?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, it's that stuff. It's a desiccant.
Oh, okay.
You put it on.
It's real good.
Your skin desiccates. Wait, you eat that?
It tastes like teriyaki. Shut up.
You're not supposed to eat that.
It tastes like the damn bag. Shut up. It's been marinating its juices. All right, this is 1-star reviews.
Your mouth, your teeth just grind it open, and your mouth just dries out.
That's how I keep them white, man. So this is 1-star reviews. This is Andrew Van talking about beef jerky. In fact, we'll give a shout out to our buddy Stephen Crane at the Beef Jerky Outlet in the Haywood Mall in Greenville. See,
hold up. Hold up. Is he funding this episode? Hold on a second. We can't just give him free funding.
If he sends me a bag, I'll be happy with that.
I mean, we're 2 steps away from reading all his 1-star reviews.
He doesn't have very many, surprisingly, which is great for him. So, he's a good, honest man, Stephen Crane.
Okay, this isn't an invitation for people to go and give him 1-star reviews.
No, please don't. He's a good guy. But the Beef Jerky Outlet in the Haywood Mall in Greenville, South Carolina. You can also do your shopping online at beefjerkyoutlet.com with him as well. So
yeah, and he's the one controlling the chat now, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
No, not at all.
He controls the meat. You thought it was Arby's, but it's actually Stephen Crane.
Stephen Crane has the meat.
Stephen Crane is just meat in general.
He is actually made of meat.
He just walks around with a vest and like opens it up, and there's like slings of beef jerky all over him. You ever seen him in the store? It's great. He has like the little like scissors belt thing and just snips his meat whenever he wants. He's like a moil with beef jerky.
Stop talking. Oh God.
This is 1-star reviews again with Andrew Van. Larry Simonson's here. We're missing our buddy Caleb Westman. He is out of action today, but he's going to be back soon doing some more reviews with us very soon. And he's going to be a dad in a couple of weeks. So we're wishing him the best on that. Hopefully we'll get him back before all that, because we know after that he ain't going to be around because he's going to have a baby. So that's life.
That's true. I'm the same way with my cats right now. It's crazy.
I know, this is why we're not together right now. No, it's because I have COVID, unfortunately, still, as we record this. All right, so we are bringing you today, if you haven't been able to bring by the title of the episode, Hollywild Animal Park in Welford, South Carolina. So normally at 1-star reviews, we like to read the reviews of good businesses that are getting trashed by trolls and mean reviews. Sometimes we also just like to read the reviews of businesses that kind of suck in general. So let's just, from my point of view, Hollywild, I think, has a good heart. I think the idea of Hollywild is interesting and means well, but man, do I not support Hollywild. I just can't. It's just a weird.
It is listed as a nonprofit, but honestly, the description of it and kind of here, I mean, this is kind of a roads. I mean, I think COVID times, we all are aware of Tiger King and the whole concept of the attraction, farming zoo almost. This is not far off. It seems like.
So I have gone to Hollywood also during the holiday times, and it is weird, as these reviews will say. So I'll read this one here. I find it so utterly irresponsible and rude to guess that no staff, all caps, were wearing any masks. This is from 3 days ago. So we are December 2nd, 2020. So this would have been November 30th when she wrote this. For a holiday light show where hundreds, if not thousands of visitors on a nightly basis and not one staff wears a mask. I found it incredibly irresponsible to do show, especially that the staff you check in, another to take your ticket, Deer Park entrance staff, none by my car instructed me to wear a mask. Be aware any visitor who cares about the health of you and others do not wear masks here. Okay. I get it. I get being upset about masks. I mean, literally, as I am talking, I have COVID right now. I've had it for about a week and a half, and it sucks. I don't know about condemning a place that doesn't, quote unquote, require the employees to wear a mask when they're working outside the whole time. Now, I would be upset if they're approaching my car to my window talking to me and they don't have masks. I get that part.
Yeah, if you're doing the holiday light show, I'm not entirely sure. I guess the only person you'd really conceivably interact with is the person that you're handing money to, which actually might be an argument for why they should be wearing a mask, right? Because they're handling the money from literally everyone, right?
Right.
Handing back change, like you're breathing on the money, probably should be wearing a mask.
I remember once back in the summer at the Swamp Rabbit Cafe, which we should do those reviews at some point. I was outside and I was buying some of the Stecca bread and some other things. And this woman and daughter combo was very Karen-esque and scoffed at the wait staff and the cashier of so we brought cash and they're like, we don't take cash. And they're like, who doesn't take cash? I'm like, do you not know there's a fucking pandemic going on right now? It's my bread, but I didn't want to be that person. I didn't want to be a social justice worker and call them out on social media and get recorded and all this shit. I was just like, you're just dumb and selfish. But anyway.
It definitely is something I've only noticed places doing more recently is like, if I don't have to touch as much, then we're just going to do the card and you're going to stick your card in the thing. So I've seen the full gamut. Here's one that's almost the opposite of what you just described. This is a person who is less on the COVID, less on the mask wearage, I think. No notice online that the Deer Park to touch and feed the animals, as well as the petting zoo, were both completely closed. Drove 45 minutes to find this out after waiting in line for an hour to get in. We at that point had already invested almost 2 hours. We had promised our kids they were going to get to see animals, but no such luck. And the lights are by far the most underwhelming part of the experience. At least post on Facebook that you are having problems with the animal and close the Deer Park and that the petting zoo is closed due to COVID so that other people won't waste their time and money, not worth $54 at all. Well, here's the thought real quick. So a couple of thoughts strike me here. So this was $54 just to see the lights and there were no animals at that point, because that might be steeper than what Riverbank Zoo in Columbia, which is actually like a large legitimate zoo, charges to go in and see their lights. And they're a much bigger facility. That's actually worth the money to go and check out the lights, because you're gonna be walking around, even without the animals, you're gonna be walking around for an hour.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, if I had my intention was to do the animal stuff and drive around certain parts, it's like going to Disney and it's like, oh, the Magical Kingdom shut down. Okay, do I get no? But we have other kingdoms, and
hold on.
You wanted to come to Star Wars Land anyway,
so I'm gonna point this out actually. So they said we promised our kids, so I'm gonna assume that this is a family of 4 at least, right?
Yeah.
Kids, they're saying kids plural. So we're say it's a husband, wife, and 2 kids. That's $13.50 a pop. That's actually a little bit more reasonable if it's just 4 people.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how they split it in the car too. All right, everyone, give me a $13.50 if you want to see the show.
All right, little Timmy.
Dad, I gave you $13.50. I didn't get to pet anything. You can pet yourself.
Again, the whole animal, the whole petting zoo thing seems a little bit more problematic with a disease, a virus that literally spreads through things like contact and having it on your hand and then putting it in your mouth and stuff. Having multiple people touch an animal seems a little bit more problematic.
Look, pre-COVID, it was weird too, because that place is not very sanitary in general. We read in the last episode reviews from the Greenwood Pickens Speedway and how the whole place was unsanitary. from my experience at Hollywild, this has been over 10 years. This place is gross beyond anything I could like ever fathom. And one of the weird things too, I remember this happened. I was in a car with some friends, and then the car in front of us. So we were going through this big field, and you're being directed where to go, and you're literally in a giant deer field. Now, prior to this, I was like 20 years old. I hit a deer with my brand new at the time car, 2005 Ford Escape. And it freaked the hell out of me when it happened because I couldn't avoid it. It jumped 2 lanes over the barricade and I had no time to react and I hit a deer. Now, fast forward now, I'm in Hollywild and I see all these deers. I'm having flashbacks.
So when you say a deer field, are we talking like they're having you drive through to park in a area that just a bunch of deer are just roaming around?
You're not parking, you're driving through. It's part of the tour.
Oh, it's like a safari type deal. Almost.
Yeah, and then they gave you bags of feed. So hopefully you can have the deer come up to you while you were kind of slowly driving or you're stationary if you're in a line, whatever. The problem is this time I saw a car in front of me. They were doing what they were expected to do. They had their hand out, gave out little feeds of food, but then another deer out of nowhere came and like headbutted this car into the side of the door,
Holy
like
shit.
full speed, like it had no, and like scared the shit out of the family inside.
Yeah.
And that's when I told my friends, like, yo, we need to book it. I ain't gonna sit here and get murdered by a deer. Sorry.
I've already hit a deer recently. I can't be here anymore.
Exactly.
They know I killed one of them.
They know I took one out. So no, that deer lived, unfortunately. That deer creeped the hell out of me because I remember I was freaking out. I was like 20 years old. And I called my friend who lived down the street, be like, yeah, I don't know what I need to do right now. And then as I
need a mercy kill this deer.
And then while I called like 911 and animal control, the deer, like a horror movie, like kind of raised its head up and then like turned slowly, looked at me, and then like had this wide eye stare for a solid 10 seconds with me, and then like limped off.
Oh my God.
So, because I remember
they just looked at you like, you gonna kill me now? Okay, go.
You gonna finish the job?
You gonna finish the job, or am I gonna have to go up in the bushes and do it myself?
And I think it did. I remember that's what the trooper said to me. He's like, it probably just want to go die out in the field. And I was like, that doesn't make me feel any better, man, but thanks. and then I drove that Ford Escape to the Ford repair shop around the corner and left it there overnight until I got to it in the morning and said, yeah, that's my car I called about. Yeah, that's the one with the deer.
And the mechanic was a deer.
That's my son.
He just looked, well, actually what he said was, I don't speak English.
We came here to see the animals and they are not letting us see them because some, all caps, were not working with them. And that's like some being the ones that are working. What? Wait, hang on here.
What is this sentence?
This doesn't make sense. Okay.
Because they are not letting us see them because some were not working with them. Like that's some like being the ones that are working together.
We only came to see the animals, not these lights, Cap. We wasted all of our money or food for them. What? Wait, this is stupid. Waste of money, rolled eye face. Okay.
I'm confused.
Let's try to break down.
Did they let them buy food and then not have animals like that they could feed?
Let's break this down sentence by sentence. We came here to see the animals and they're not letting us see them because some were not working with them. Like that's some like being the ones that are working together.
Oh, I think I see what they're saying. Some were not working with them. Like that's some like being the ones that are working together. That's what she's trying to say.
Larry.
I don't think we're going to figure this one out. True.
Here's what I think. I think the lady was told, hey, look, some of the animals ain't around right now because they're on break.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't work together well, man.
That lady wanted to talk to the manager of the animals.
Oh my God.
And she was like, no, sir, I'm sorry.
I drove 2 hours yesterday to Hollywild after checking that online states you are open on Sundays till 5 p.m. I arrived yesterday, Sunday at 2:30 p.m. to find you are closed. I spend money on time and gas. Please update this site to be considerate of others' time/money, etc. I love animals and was very disappointed to get all the way there and it be closed. Hold on, I'm gonna just double check real quick to see when they say they're open because I am very curious if they've updated. Actually, so hours on Google, it says Sunday 6 to 9 p.m. So it's actually even worse right now on here. Not accurate. Actually, it's probably open late now for the Christmas lights, right?
Yeah, and that too, like kind of like we learned with the Greenwood Pick and Speedway in the previous episode, like you got to get plenty of time to sit in traffic about a good couple of blocks before you even get near the entrance of this place. It backs up like no one's business, and it's terrible. So go, pre-warn in that one. First off, we don't read the reviewers' names on this to be confidential, but considering this is a fake name, at least I hope it's a fake name. I'm gonna say King a week ago.
Yeah. I'm literally looking at it right now
Because we went and they should not even let us, the animals, because some of them did not listen. So this is messed up.
Oh, I think I see what this person's trying to say, Andrew. What they're trying to say is because some were not working with them, like that's some like being the ones that are working together. That's what they're trying to say there.
Larry. I like the fact that like they ain't working with us is what he's saying. Like I want to just that conversation with the Hollywild manager, like, sir, is everything okay? Yeah, they not working with us.
Yeah.
Sir, what do you mean? The deer, where they at?
Yeah. Hey, listen, the deer, where they at right now?
Do not waste your time. Very unprofessional. Times online are inaccurate with actual times they decide to open.
No notice or anything at all. There's nothing but lights due to COVID. Really disappointed. That's a waste of money. Hopefully they'll reopen them soon, prayer emoji.
So this is another person I think complaining that there were like hardly any animals and he's blaming COVID. Is that my understanding?
He's basically saying, well, it's nothing but lights right now, apparently. There are no animals right now, is what it seems.
I would rather see just lights and a nice place to drive through than like see deathly sick, malnourished animals.
Okay, so you have been. Did the animals look malnourished when you went?
Yes. God, they looked awful when we were there.
Okay. Oh.
Like I didn't want to touch them because I just felt bad. Like, can you just imagine being like not chained up literally, but like, can you imagine being like a boarded up, like captured animal and you're just there for entertainment?
We were before the start of this, we were reading about the 2015 fire at the facility and like that one of the barns, a bunch of animals died of smoke inhalation. And it seems like the number of animals that died and the variation of animals that died, I can't imagine actually keeping that variety of animals in one single building.
Yeah.
Very, very unusual.
It's very horribly ran. So again,
which actually this person is up there with you. I think this place is closed, has been for a while, poorly taken care of. Animals escaped multiple times too. All kinds of code violations. Even after new ownership, it wasn't brought up to code. It's verifiable via Google. Sad but true. That's from about a year ago.
A good 40% of the lights were burned out. This place is absolutely cluster mess. It was nearly impossible to find a light display and most of the lights working. They could have done a lot better on trying to be organized. Seems to be a pretty common theme there.
I'm going to applaud the effort on that one to call it an absolute cluster mess instead of what they probably actually initially typed out.
And I'm glad that one was the first time we've read like full sentences and correctly. So thank you for that.
Yeah. Animals are extremely skinny, which I understand that they are rescues, but they do not look healthy whatsoever. Drive-through animal exhibit is a nightmare. No type of organization so that the animals do not get hit. False advertising of pricing and not worth the 2-hour drive. All together, extreme disappointed.
I'm reading this one in my head. I'm already laughing. This is just not that funny, but in my brain, it's funny. Do not, caps, expect much from their Christmas lights. Many lights and displays were burned out. And the coolest animal I saw was a deer. Go somewhere else. And the fact that he's like, the coolest animal I saw was a deer.
Boring. I see deer on the side of the road all the time. Boring.
Pigs, boring. Camels, boring.
Cats,
deer.
Cats, boring. Dogs, boring. Lizards, boring. Fish, boring. I want to know what an exciting animal is for this person. Because, like, a deer up close is kind of a cool thing.
Deers are very gorgeous creatures and majestic, but they're also annoying creatures on Earth too, somehow. Avoid this at all costs. 1 hour wait into this catastrophic mistake. Plan on 4 hours of your life being wasted like the body part. In this, when you see colored lights, bathrooms are worse than the average barnyard.
Barnyard bathrooms.
I hate how they make you drive through to see animals. All the fumes in the cars aren't good for these animals. That is really true. And that I can understand.
It's probably a valid point. It's probably not great for the people either, if you're being real true here.
Yeah, I mean, you're slowly going through this like whole maze of shit, and like your windows may be a little cracked the whole time because you're trying to want to see animals, you're trying to want to pet animals, and like, yeah, it's a horrible like idea, and it's just
this is just breathing in petrol fumes the entire. Yeah. It was awful. A lot of the lights weren't working. It was so muddy. We got stuck. We paid to feed the animals, but it was a waste of money. They wouldn't eat the food. Car lights should not be allowed to be left on. Can't take good pictures with car lights on from every angle. Just a terrible experience. I would not recommend this place to anyone.
Well, we'll read one or two more for time's sake. But folks, when I say there's a lot of 1 stars on this place, on just Google alone, there are a lot of 1 stars on this place.
It's funny because it has 1,210 reviews, and the majority of them are 5 stars, with like it coming in at 4 stars, but like the number of 1 and 3 stars are about even. Like it's either people are like, this is average or this is not great. And then the people who are 5-star in it are just like 5-star in it high.
I'm going to read these two back to back because they're very well accurate of the exact kind of atmosphere this place is. It was awful. So much mud. I want a refund. And went tonight. The whole place is a mud pit. You walk in mud. You drive in mud. Cars are stuck and sliding. You will need a car wash when you leave. Disappointed.
I've got this one. Yikes. That's all I've got to say. If you like animals, this place will make you sad. I feel like that kind of sums up how you're feeling this.
Oh yeah, this is so I'll read these two as well. Awful, muddy mess, will not go back. This is funny. Too muddy, no music, half the lights did not work, and waiver price. I forgot there is no music also. Right. Oh. So like most of the time when you go to like some kind of show that has Christmas lights, like there's some kind of music playing in the background, whether it be like 98.9 playing Christmas music all the time anyway, or some kind of like just streaming. That makes sense with the atmosphere. This is just you're going through the mud in silent, and half of them don't even work. You got a good one here.
With the occasional noise of a deer eating some feed that he's like begrudgingly taking from you.
I guess this is better being in California.
Here's one. Ratchet. Another one. Bestiality at its best. Yikes. Oh my God, there's a lot of this is not worth your money. If you actually care about animals, stay away from this place. Yeah. Where this is, yeah. A response from the owner from 2 years ago.
Hi.
What? No, only one. Only one. This is the only one I've seen. It was from 2 years ago. It was no anything. It just was a 1 star. And the response from the owner is, sorry you had a bad experience. How can we improve? Okay. No, wait. I'm starting to find some responses from the owner in the 2 stars.
Wait. They only respond to the 2 stars. They don't give.
Yeah. No, they don't get. Yeah, they're like 1 stars. Lost cause. We can't help these people.
They're already mad. We ain't winning them back over. But try and get those 2 stars to scoop back up.
Oh, we got them. They're leaving 2 stars. We can bring them back. 1 star is too far into the dark. We got to bring in these 2 stars. Like this one's 2 star. The animals are friendly and walk directly up to your car when you have food. They let us go through twice, which was a bonus. Not much crowds, so it went pretty quick. However, if you love your car/paint job, I would avoid this place. A couple of goats/rams are aggressive with other animals when food is around, expected, but jump up on your car doors, leaving scratches with their hooves.
Mm-hmm.
An hour to buff the scratches out, and I might still have to have it professionally done. One and done for me. Response from the owner. Thank you, reviewer. Very important information. We will find out exactly what animals cause this problem and remove them from the route immediately. Oh no.
God.
We
They
will
just
remove-
said they were going to kill him?
They said we will remove them from the route.
No. We know what that means. They're going to put him in that storage, that thing that burned down.
We're going to take, you know how people are like, oh no, the dog didn't die. We took him out to a farm. Like, this is the farm. So where does this place take the animals to?
Oh my God. That's the worst response I've ever heard in all the episodes we've done. That is the worst response. Don't you worry about it. We'll take care of him. We'll get him
We'll
off the
take care of it.
I like that. The way the way that's written is like they're treating the animals like employees. We're gonna find out which one it is, and
we're gonna fire him.
If it's Dale the goat, Dale's out of here.
Oh my God! Another like a 2-star review with like, how could we? Oh man! Oh yeah. 3-star reviews, they don't say what we can do to help. Like, one person had a 3-star review is like, my family made our visit to Hollywild a Christmas tradition. Make sure you get there by 5:30. The line to the drive. The line to drive in gets pretty crazy. The staff isn't the most helpful, but the memories are great. Response from the owner: thank you for visiting with us. Hope to see you again.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like, staff isn't helpful, huh? We'll find out what staff aren't helpful. We'll get them off the.
We'll get them off that route. No, they were just like, oh, the humans. We know.
We'll put them in that bar too.
Things are coming. Hope to see you next year.
All right. So look, folks, again, as we close this out, look, we love the businesses that we do and make fun of, except for GameStop. We did GameStop because that was just boring. And
Golden Corral. I mean, yeah.
Look, I don't hate Golden Corral. Would I go now during COVID? No.
You know, technically speaking, this business is also in Spartanburg County, so we're allowed to hate a little bit here.
I mean, this place deserves the 1-star reviews that it gets. It's not really ran well. I said that at the beginning of the show. I think there's a ton of evidence on these reviews that say that. The reviews themselves and the way they respond is evident of that.
Andrew, we also buried a lead here because on the Google description here, they also have underneath ours, they have in bold, it says notable animals, and it just lists a name of animals that are at this zoo, but it doesn't say what species each one is. So out of context, here's a list of names of notable animals at Hollywild Animal Park: Liv, Squish, Humpy, Kipling, Chewy, Cricket, Tank, Rosebud, Donna, Liberty, Dactardi, Bumpy, Carmela, Sahara, Casimir, Mandela, Sophie, Diamond, Kokomo, and Wednesday.
But they don't list what animal each one of those are?
I think each one is like a hyperlink to... No, it's not even a hyperlink to like a wiki article or anything. They're just hyperlinks to the word Kipling. So no, it doesn't say. It does not say.
Okay, first off, I don't think there's a celebrity animal of any sort that makes me want to go see them in a decrepit space, right? Like, I think the only famous animal I've known is Eddie the dog from Frasier. But Eddie's dead. If Eddie was like, oh, he's on this like farm that you can go check out and see Christmas lights, I'm like, maybe. But like, none of those names were like, ooh, I do want to go see them now. Like, this is not... Hollywood is not Comic-Con. It is not something I want to pay $25 to get a selfie with.
I remember the gorilla from Congo. That was Amy. Except
Larry.
Also not a gorilla. That was a little person in a monkey costume.
All right, look. So again, this is
Amy,
1-star review.
Tickle.
We normally love the businesses that we do, these reading the trolls and all this stuff. But come on, folks. I mean, I am not. Let me just get this right. I'm not an animal activist by any means. I like zoos. I like aquariums. as long as the animals are taken care of to a degree, they're getting medically treated, considering that the reasons they're in these facilities is a huge difference between what I think Hollywood is. Hollywood says, "Oh, we save refugee animals." Like, no, I think you take in like beaten, decrepit animals, and you somehow give them a worse life, and it shows. I think a lot of the reviews we just read show that, and just if you go there yourself, you can make your own decision. But I can't recommend Hollywild Animal Park. Now, if you go, Larry, let me know what you think.
I will do so. I was trying to double check to see if I could find any more particularly egregious ones. And honestly, I think we've told it. This place is a ridiculous place.
What you need to do also, instead of taking your car, you convince another couple to go with you, make them take their car, and you chip in on
Right.
gas.
And we don't because you don't want your paint job to get scratched up on your car. But to be fair, it sounds like they've taken care of those rims. They're off the route now. Whatever that means.
Whatever that means. Oh my God. I can't believe we just read death threats to animals on a review. This is 1-star reviews. This is Andrew Van, Larry Simonson. Wherever you're hearing our voices on right now, whether it be iTunes, whether it be iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Play, all the rest, even Amazon Echo right now, you can listen to 1-star reviews anytime. Give us a subscribe, give us a 5-star review ourselves, so that way we continue to do these episodes for you. Thank you again so much for everyone who's listened to it at this point so far. We've been doing this since April of this year. We've been doing it for a little over 7 months, and we've had over 4,000 listeners in 7 months, thanks to you guys out there in the Greenville area and wherever else that this information has been passed around. I know it's been got downloads from different places worldwide, and cannot say anything but thanks to our fans and our listeners out there for your support. We're going to be bringing you more episodes coming soon. Thank you so much for sticking with us and supporting us through 1-star reviews.